Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 5 of N.O.T.A.Podcast. We took a little month break for this, but we are back again. And today, I have my special guest Ken with me,
Hi.
and as some of you already may know, my little foxy friend, little Crispy. They're the newest little addition to the stream. So today's episode is going to be, I would say, like a special episode because we are going to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. And even though it's already been like a month since it happened, we've been wanting to talk about
last month's podcast, so so we
it.
have to do it now.
It was February was a short month, and I couldn't figure out like when we could do it. That was just my thing. And also, we needed like more stuff to talk about, and here we are. But yeah, episode 5, talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. I've been watching. I at least watch that part like almost every day whenever like I'm in the car just listening to it, and I just jam out to the whole performance. It's like the best thing I could ever listen to.
And for me, I've been studying it like a madman.
Oh yes. There is a lot to dissect in this in that halftime show, because it's not just like a whole like clap back against Drake. There's more to it, for sure. Because even before when I heard that Kendrick Lamar was going to perform at the halftime show, and leading months before it happened, I was speculating. Okay, here's what I think that like is going to happen. Here was like my prediction of what was going to happen for the halftime show before it all happened. Kendrick Lamar's going to perform. The songs that I think he was going to perform were "Humble," and I forgot the other song. I can't remember the title. It was one of his. It was an older one.
Swimming pool.
It might have been that one. It might have been that one.
Drank.
And then I was also like, he probably cannot perform "Not Like Us" because of the whole Drake trying to sue him and like and everything. I figured he probably can't perform it, or if he's able to perform it, he can't say Drake's name.
For me, everyone was suspecting, he can't play it Not Like Us, so he's gonna get sued to oblivion. And then I was thinking, well, he could literally play every other song that he had dissed him with, like Meet the Grams.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the full name of it, but I think it was like 913 in L.A., Chicago, or something like that. I forget the name of the actual song.
Yeah. He has like
In LA.
he has so many songs, like I can't remember like all of them except for like
Euphoria,
and like all of like the other ones that are like bangers.
like that.
Yeah. Was it No Mr. Morale, right? Maybe it was No Mr. Morale. I'm not sure, Kiki. It was an older song that he's done before, along with like Humble. I think it was on his like Damn album.
Because you heard Mr. Morale, a pathetic bastard manipulator. I can see the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with
It
hopes of feeling sin.
it could possibly be that one. It could possibly be that one. I'm not sure. But I was right that he did play Humble. Although he did perform Not Like Us, of course. And to his shock, he actually did say Drake's name. I think that's what caught like a lot of people like off guard, or like they were like, "Oh, he's not gonna say Drake's name. He's probably gonna say somebody else's name." And even before this, like I was thinking, like, okay, knowing Kendrick Lamar, how Kendrick Lamar is, all of his story, all of his stories, all of his songs have more of like a storytelling to it, or
He
like,
was he was actually interviewed like a week or maybe 3 days before the actual Super Bowl, and one of the questionnaire people asked him was like, "What are we gonna expect from the Super Bowl?" And he specifically said, "A story is gonna be told." And
yeah,
right then and there, I was like, "Okay, I need to be paying attention." Then I do like hidden messages and whatnot. And
same.
so after the Super Bowl, once they actually aired on YouTube, I was like, I'm gonna be spending a whole month on this.
Yeah, I figured there was gonna, I knew he was gonna tell a story through this whole through the whole Super Bowl halftime show. So I was like, okay, I gotta get ready to watch it, and like watch it many times, catch like anything that like, or that I had to like that I had to like dissect like every single part, and like whatever songs that he's gonna perform, I had to like dissect it in like certain sections of like what I need to understand. Which I'm glad I did, because there was a lot that like some that I missed the first couple times, and then I was like, okay, this is, I get it. Like this is the story that we needed. Actually, playing Not Like Us was the best for Drake. Imagine him playing Meet the Grams. That
Ooh, yeah.
oh,
It could have been much worse.
it could have. It really could have. It really could have. Honestly, it would have been even funnier if Drake was at the Super Bowl and he was, and you see Kendrick Lamar performing, and he just does that like, oh shit.
I would be very surprised if he actually showed his face.
Honestly, like I would have been like shocked. I would have been like, oh no, it's gonna turn into a bloodbath,
You just run up on stage and just punch the guy.
right? Right. All right. So with the whole halftime performance, the first part when because we had Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam, the perfect fit for him. Let's be real, that was like probably like the best for him.
He always plays roles in like somewhat of a like dictator kind of role. It is a very great pick of all people.
Yes, yes. I was actually kind of shocked that like he got Samuel L. Jackson to be at the half to like at least be a part of like the halftime show. I was maybe like expecting like, oh no, I wasn't expecting anything. I just didn't. I wasn't like expecting to
Didn't
see.
know what to expect.
I didn't know what to expect, and Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam. I was like, oh, okay. This is great. So we
And
can now.
they started the theming very strong, where like it's about the great American game, or
Yes.
like in this case, a music game, or like playing the game of infamy. There's so many ways of saying like the game. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's several games played.
Yeah. I know some people were like saying how like the setup looked on the field. It was like Squid Games, from what they said.
No, it's actually a controller.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Was like it's more of a controller. It's not Squid Game or anything. But that's what some people were saying. Like, oh, it's like, oh, like Squid Games and everything. I'm like, no, this is more of like a controller. It's
Yeah,
supposed.
I can
It's
see where they're coming from, like with the game,
yeah,
Squid Game. It makes sense.
yeah. I can understand. Yeah, like I was like, it's not that. I understand where you guys are thinking that or like coming up with that, but it's not with even close to like Squid Games. Because
And it's even.
yeah.
Oh, go.
Because I knew it was like I knew because like looking through it I was like, okay, yeah, it's like a controller. It's like on a game, like controls on a console game, on like a and everything. So like that's how I knew.
The whole setup itself is actually very cool play on with some of the words that were said between Drake and Kendrick, because Drake has said several times about Kendrick playing with him. He's just gonna press the button to launch the nukes or whatnot.
Oh
And the
yeah.
stage itself, like the whole Super Bowl, had the red all over it. Like it's the big red button.
Yeah.
This is like a way of Kendrick saying like he is the big red button.
He is
So
the
go
big
ahead
red
and
button.
push it.
Exactly. Now imagine Adonis was there, and then in Meet the Grams, Kendrick talking directly to the boy. Oh. That would be a lot. That would be a lot. Another thing, because also like in the first part, like you have Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. He says, "This is the great American game," and another one thing is that like the car that Kendrick was standing on top of was a car that his mom had,
His dad.
or his dad had when Kendrick was born, and it's not like, I don't think it's like the exact same car that like his dad had, but like, and everything, but like it has like a sentimental reasoning behind it.
Not just sentimental. This is a GNX. I forget what brand, but it's a GNX car, which back in the day when it was in its popularity, that car it had the gear for driving incredibly fast, and it it can compete with like a Ferrari. So we have Drake, who like symbolizes like the palm and fashion of like a Ferrari, and then we have the GNX that is sheer, hands down, mechanically a better car. One's for show and one is for the performance, and Kendrick is that performance.
Kendrick is that performance. So the first song that he sang, it was like a sneak peek cut for this out and everything. I forgot what the
Body for Body.
Body for Body. Oh, is that what the song was called?
That's what everyone's thinking is gonna be called, but like he does say like body for body. I had you a body. I probably a better masseuse.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure. Because like I know it was like a sneak peek into the song, but we just didn't get the title of it. Okay, so that's what everybody's like speculating what the titles of that song's supposed to be. Okay. So interesting. All right. So yeah.
I try not to take over the entire stream.
No. It's
like I got another piece of information with that.
Oh no, go ahead. If there's more information that you found out.
If you're getting to the part like of like people coming out of the car.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Whew, I'll zip it.
No, yeah. Go ahead.
What? Right now? Like.
Yes, right.
Going to it?
Yeah, we're gonna go into it. We're going into it. We're dissecting everything, Ken.
Perfect. Like the scene immediately after he started previewing his Body for Body song, where we have individuals hopping out of the car, more than 4 people. It was like a lot of people coming out of that car, and for me, I think that also explains like how the world sees America, just like a bunch of clowns with high opinions jumping out of a clown car, but also like how America sees itself. Everyone sees like America somewhat as a joke as it stands. That's what I got for that one. That one was like interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting choice to have people coming out like a clown car, like we just go body body. Everyone's jumping out, dabbing each other up, dancing around the stage.
And then the next part, before he gets to the song "Squabble Up," he says, "The revolution is about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy."
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right guy, but the wrong. Oh wait. Picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
Yeah, it gets a little bit confusing because you're like, you picked the wrong time, but no, you picked the right time, but the wrong guy. That implying of we're in that timeline, but it was more, well, not, sorry, didn't mean that, like, more of like a hitting on, like, with Donald, more of like a clapback at Donald Trump, because with his performance, the revolution of what they were what he was stating of. I don't know if you want to like jump in, Ken, if you want to like elaborate even more.
Sure, I could do this.
Cool.
So the term was always based off the revolution will not be televised and will never be televised. And here we are with Kendrick saying that it's the right time. The revolution will be televised. You got the right time for change, but the wrong guy. It could be allude to himself being the wrong guy or Donald Trump being the wrong guy as well. A double entendre as far as theming.
Yes. Because it's based off because when he said that, it was also based off the song "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised," which is by Gil Scott-Heron. But yes, instead of like, oh, the revolution will not be televised, he is saying the revolution will be televised.
But the wrong guy.
You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. We did America dirty. Then we get ready to squabble up. Probably one of my favorite songs in his album.
I'm slowly watching this as well as given my commentary because I kind of forgot to bring my list with me.
I was trying to write everything down, and then like I think I had to like reset my iPad, and then like it just deleted everything, and I was like, great, that's perfect.
One thing I definitely want to talk about is his clothing choice this time around.
Oh yeah, we can talk about the clothing choice too, because the A chain necklace is not a capitalized A, it's a small A. It's a small A.
Be the infamous A minor.
The A minor, because that's what that little A meant.
Is it what it meant? Because
yes,
I also heard that it's supposed to represent his company or like his music production.
It was supposed to it's supposed to mean represent A minor. Because I was looking at like different TikTok videos about it, well, even about like the whole performance and everything like that, because I like saved everything. I was like, I need to dissect everything and blah 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 blah. And someone talked about the A chain necklace, because it's a lowercase a, which stand for A minor. I guess like as a, I want to say like a music note. So A minor. That's what it means.
I am a musician, and yes, sometimes it's a lowercase a, but the word MIN like above it slightly. But yeah. It is indeed a lowercase a, so I could be wrong. That I thought it was also their company brand, where it's a giant A, the one that he had made his own music production from scratch.
Oh, I see. BRB. Okay, Ryan.
Another one of those double entendre things.
It could be. Because I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a double entendre. I can't say the word. A double entendre.
Entendre. You're so close.
Ugh.
Where if it's A minor and Kendrick's A minor, and his company has like the A for their logo, and Drake is messing with A minor.
Yes.
He's also messing with Kendrick.
Yes. Because the chain was also supposed to be like, the chain's also supposed to be like, with the A minor. Also, like another clapback at Drake as well.
Did you also notice something that he was wearing?
I mean, as far as I know, like with the jeans that he was wearing, because like they told him that Kendrick had to wear jeans for the performance. Because usually he wears like more baggy clothes and everything like that.
I was gonna say that he was wearing yes, I am talking about the pants, but the pants, they have, I forgot what they call it in the 80s, but like they had the little, they're open at the bottom. Like what was it called? Not parachute pants, but
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
bell bottoms. Like they
Bell
call them
bottoms.
bell
Yeah.
bottoms.
Yeah.
It is a known fact that for most like rebellions and whatnot, they used to wear bell bottom pants. Yeah, like some of them like a little bit tattered up. I don't know if his is, but most of the time it's always baggy. Representation of not fitting the norm.
Yeah.
So I
Like,
thought that was interesting.
I can't find any of the Kendrick Lamar halftime show performances where like everybody dissect it in my feed or my saved videos on TikTok. I can't find them anymore.
And now you have to do it on your own, which makes me happy.
Oh wait, well I found one person, or like one. Well, at least one video that I saved. One video that I saved. There was another person who dissected it very well, like describing like every single part of it, and I was like, I need to save this because I need to watch this over and over again, and I can't. And I guess that either that video got like deleted or TikTok took it down or something like that because how TikTok's sadly going towards right now.
Still playing games even though they should have been banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah. But anyways, to the section where to get to the song "Squabble Up." Ken, you may have the floor.
Wait, what? You gotta put me on the spot here.
Yes, well, this after he says like the revolution is about to be televised, you picked the right time but the wrong guy. Then we get to the song "Squabble Up."
I like what they did with Squabble Up. But, like, the girls are all wearing red. There's a bunch of dudes wearing white shirts in the center. And I believe they immediately go into the American flag, but I'm not sure. I'm looking at it now.
They get close to the American flag when they're about to do, like, Humble and everything. But that's, like, when he was, like, saying, like, squabble up, like, getting close to that before he was, like, into something, before Samuel L. Jackson interrupted, saying, like, no, too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Because that's how, sadly, how some people view African Americans, as too loud, reckless, ghetto, not of their way.
Of how America would see it.
How America should be. And when he says, Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up. He's not playing the game. He's not playing the American game right. He needs to tighten up. Because, sadly, how African Americans are viewed, if you want to be successful, you have to play the American game. You have to play it the right, their way.
Or not at all. Recognition, you need to come up with some happy, jolly songs.
Exactly. You have to, like, you can try it your different way, but sometimes that way will not be successful, or what they claim to be not the right way. And so with getting into, like, the rapping, it's hardcore rapping, it's reckless, it's ghetto, it's how the opposite. I'm not trying to get, like, in a weird, like, racial way or anything, but, like, how the opposite side, like, doesn't like it. It's not.
They can't dance to it. It's full of hate and strong worded letters. Would you dance to a song where somebody's saying, like, "Oh, screw you"? No. Although I would.
I would.
I secretly would.
I would. Exactly. And so, he tells them to tighten up. Then we get to the song Humble, which everybody knows the song Humble. A lot of us heard that song. I was jamming out to that song, like, when it first came out. I was like, this is the song I needed to hear. This is it. Y'all need to sit down and be humble. And yes. Oh, go ahead.
No, you. I hate interrupting.
It's okay. And so with that performance, the performers all lined up to represent.
Wait. I'm sorry. I will interrupt in this one.
Okay.
Like, as soon as it happens, he begins, after he's told to tighten up, he plays Humble. And I think that's also, like, as a pent up response to, like, you know how to play the game, play.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the very first things he says, like, after, well, I got royalty in my DNA. I think that's just a response, a comeback to that one response.
Ooh, good one. I didn't even think of that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, also in the performance of Humble, you had the performers lined up, color coordinated to be exactly like the American flag, which, genius, by the way.
Have you noticed anything about that American flag?
Tell me.
No white stars.
Of course, no white stars.
There are no white stars on that American flag, and the way that the flag looks, like if you look at the people, they are all dressed in a certain design that is often seen as improper, almost looking gang-like, except this is just fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you go.
Exactly.
The people who see, like, people wear clothes like this is like, oh, I shouldn't be around here. This is not safe right here. But, you know, that's rude to think of in the first place.
Right. Because
also the way that they, sorry, I'm gonna get on this.
No, go ahead.
And I swear I'll give it back to you.
Go ahead.
There's a point where all of them are connected. They're holding each other by the backs of their hands on each other's back, getting close to each other. It doesn't matter if they're red, they're white, they're blue, Bloods, Crips, America, Kaka.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gathering around together. They reach some kind of common ground. Although it looks kind of funny, it still looks like the American flag, showing history.
Exactly.
Showing what has been done in history, because Bloods and Crips have worked together for bigger topics in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still on that pathway of right time, wrong guy.
Right. Exactly.
Now back to you.
Okay. Oh dang! I forgot. Now I forgot what I was about to say. Oh my goodness. Not okay. Wow, I lost my train of thought for what I was about to say. So yes, designed as an American flag, and then we get into DNA, or he gets into DNA, where like everybody who's like in the American flag like position splits, obviously, and then like what you mentioned before, as like a when he says like I got loyalties and got royalties inside my DNA, as a clapback for when Uncle Sam said, "Do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up." Then getting into Euphoria, which I honestly thought that like he would probably like start singing like the one part that like everybody knows, that like, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you like. I thought he would go into like that part, like those lyrics of the song, not like the other part.
Yeah, he does go into Euphoria and starts marching down. Do you notice anything about the lamppost?
The lamppost. The only thing I can say about like with the lamppost, I noticed that like there was maybe like, because like there was like a couple lampposts, and there was like at least like one person like lying like on the lamppost, like lying down or whatever. That I noticed.
That's actually Kendrick, or it's not Kendrick.
That was yeah.
but from a music video, I think it was from DNA actually, from the very music video where he's sitting on top of he's literally on top of a lamppost, and like the police are below him, and they shoot him dead in the music video.
Ah. Interesting.
And then like after I think it was Euphoria that he just played. Hang on.
It's a Man in the Garden.
The acapella.
Yeah.
Yes, Man in the Garden. You would notice that it's a group of African American individuals wearing white T-shirts, all huddled up and just like chilling out, having a good time while he sings "Man in the Garden" in the background.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say that, and I think this is also maybe the case, that these are not people; they're ghosts. People who had a bad encounter with police.
Really?
Yes, given the lighting that they decided to do, and the fact that they all just like walk away at the same time. Once when Uncle Sam starts coming up to say like deduct one life, he literally says deduct one life.
Okay, so what we got from what somebody explained to me was that like when he sings "Man in the Garden" and the group of the boys, those are like his homeboys, you know, like representing like, you know, his cultural background. And, you know, people, you know, the cultural background of how African Americans, you know, and are and everything. And, you know, you have Uncle Sam coming in, it's like, oh, so I see you brought your homeboys with you. Their old cultural cheat code.
Scorekeeper, deduct one life.
Scorekeeper, deduct one life. So it is possible that like with that part for Man in the Garden, it has double meaning into it. Like what
they already had deducted the life.
Yeah, like with what you said, and then what what most people saw that part for of like, oh yes, it's more of like with this like his homeboys, like bringing like his like, you know, his cultural bringing and everything, like being African American and like that.
I absolutely love the line. Do you want the dangerous me or the famous me?
That I like that line too. That's a good line. You want the dangerous me or the famous me? That should be a shirt, honestly. That should just be a shirt for... It's like, you want the dangerous me or the famous me? And yes, and then we get into my favorite, probably like one of my favorite songs is Peekaboo. Is Peekaboo. Honestly, the title alone, I'm just like, why does he make a song called Peekaboo? Like, of all the titles that he could choose, he can make for a song like this, Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
I just put the boogers in my chain.
Oh, but you in this one, I love this because it was like a sense of like foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
They literally are a bunch of people dancing. They're all cladded in white. I think doubling down on this, people like the thousands that ran across the cops and got dealt a bad hand in the end.
Mm-hmm.
More so, there's more of them, and they're still dancing with Kendrick. They're on Kendrick's side, and the part that's the foreshadowing part is they're dancing in an X.
Exactly.
Now, should I say it now or should I say it later? X.
X.
We'll come back to that one. Just like Kendrick is thinking on the thoughts of should he play their favorite song.
Yes, because when he brings the girls out and he says, I like to perform their favorite song, but you know they like to sue. Meaning that, because before the Super Bowl, they said that he couldn't, or like, it was either that he couldn't sing Not Like Us because of the whole Drake lawsuit that's filed against him and everything. But that's why he kept on like teasing the audience of like, oh yeah, he was getting close to like singing Not Like Us. He wanted to hype everybody, like wanted to hype everybody up. But then he said, I'll slow it down, wanting to please to the other side. And that's when we get into Luther. And then all the stars.
I love when they transition to Luther.
It's so good.
But some reason, Uncle Sam is like, you lost your damn mind.
That's what I love. I love that part too. It's like, you done lost your damn mind. I always...
And I guess, like, that was supposed to be symbolism, like, oh, he's losing his mind, so he needs to come up with a song that, like, lowers tensions down.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why Luther was created. I don't know why Luther was created, but it sounds so beautiful. I listen to it a lot.
It was supposed to be, like, kind of like, I guess, like, maybe, like, a nod to, like, Luther Vandross. In a way.
Who's Luther Vandross?
He's a black African American artist. His songs are very like calm and soothing and everything.
Oh, okay.
Like Luther Vandross' songs are good.
Homage to that?
Well, because If This World Was Mine, that was when the title lyrics to If This World were mine. It is a song by Luther Vandross.
If this world were mine.
Like if you listen to the actual song, like If This World Was Mine, like it's a song by Luther Vandross.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That explains the name Luther.
Yes.
I'm sitting here thinking like Luther, Martin Luther. It just goes to show that I don't know.
Yeah, it's a kind of like almost like a homage to Luther Vandross. And then we get SZA, who is also another one of Drake's exes.
X?
Yes.
X?
Yes.
Huh, second X.
Yes. Yes. SZA is an ex of Drake's.
I simply love the clothing that SZA is wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's Native American design within the clothing that SZA is wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me smile. No particular reason. I can't say the reason why, but
yeah.
I really love like how it does not look insulting at all.
It looks so gorgeous. Like I loved her fit. It looks so nice on her. It was beautiful. And the fact that like I didn't know like she sang Luther with Kendrick, because when I first heard this, I didn't know about the song until I heard it during the Super Bowl halftime show, and I was like, this song's good. Like it was like very calming and just like relaxing. Like it made me want to cry in a way, because like it was like that to me. It was like that touching, because like growing up, my mom would always listen to, I mean, I don't know if you remember I think this radio station's still going on. It was 94.7.
Tell me more about it.
Okay, so 94.7 is called The Wave, where they play like smooth jazz and everything, like calming music, more for like, like smooth jazz, like artists and everything, like Luther Vandross, Earth, Wind and Fire. You can think of like more of like
soothing R&B.
Yeah, R&B, like like African American artists, like who would do like R&B, jazz, smooth jazz, stuff like that type of genre of music. Before, like there may be like some hip hop some of the times on the wave, but it was still more of like R&B, soul, smooth jazz and everything first.
And let me just say, Crispy, you and I,
Mm-hmm.
we're on a 3-hour time difference.
Oh.
So your radio stations aren't mine.
I mean, I don't know if like any when I hear like different radio stations, I'm thinking like all the radio stations are same across the United States. So I don't really know.
No, they're definitely not.
Well, back then I thought I know now it's not. I know now it's not. Like back then I thought like, oh okay, I guess in New York the whole side of the wave. No, it's not.
Well, we could be on a 3-hour time difference.
Kind of like how like when growing up like watching TV with like the news, like me being in California, the local news channel for SoCal was like ABC7 Eyewitness News. When we go to like Vegas, there was no ABC7 Eyewitness News because that was more SoCal. It was like a different news station. I didn't realize that when I was younger.
I used to travel between up and down the U.S., literally upper and lower southern. And I learned at a very young age that the radio changes depending on what state you're in, or even county.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either until I think I got to like middle school, because I don't know, when I was like in elementary school, like I knew like my dad would always change like the radio whenever like we go to like Vegas and whatever, but I didn't like understand it as a little kid until like I was like in middle school going into high school. I kind of understood like, okay, in different states the radio station, we're not going to have like the same like radio station like and like it's not going to be the same. Like I didn't realize that until like before. It's crazy to think that, but like that's what I learned.
I know that there's something about the story here between SZA and Kendrick because of their color scheme. One is blue all the way, and one is full on red.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that has anything to do with Bloods and Crips, because Kendrick had to deal with a lot of gang related violences.
Right.
When he was growing up.
Right. I don't think anybody talked about that, so I don't know if there's like a message into that or like some kind of like hint.
Yeah, good boy in a mad city.
Yeah. And then after Luther, we get into oh, sorry, I did to yawn.
What you gonna do to me?
Sorry, I was about to yawn. We get into the song All the Stars. Beautiful song. I've heard that song many times, but I always like skip it for some reason. I don't know why. But like it is a beautiful song.
Do you know what the circle button does on the PS?
I do not.
I do not either.
Okay.
I think it's the back button. I'm not too sure.
I never had a PlayStation, so I wouldn't know.
I have a PlayStation 3, but I rarely played it. But if it is the case that the circle button is the back button, it would make sense why this song and everyone's circling around the circle button, they're going back. Honestly,
that would make sense. I mean, both my sisters only had like, well, my sister Megan, she had I believe she had the PlayStation 2, and then my other sister, she had the PlayStation Portable. So I only had Nintendo consoles.
Does chat know? Hey chat, do you guys know what the circle button does for PlayStation? And now we wait.
If anyone probably knows about that, I would say maybe either Research or Axel might know.
But they're no here.
I know they're no here.
Wait, man, power of Google. Holy shit.
That power.
Hang on. Circle button. Let's see here. On PlayStation controllers, the circle button is typically used to cancel a command or go back to a previous menu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And in this song of All the Stars, Kendrick walks up saying like, "What are you gonna do to me?"
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I didn't really research this part clearly.
No. I know because I saw like one of a TikToker who I follow a lot because I love her content and she's so funny. Because when they were getting to when because she was like her and her friend they were like reacting to like the halftime show and it comes to that part she's like this song hits different now that like especially like coming in especially like of like what we're dealing with right now meaning of like you know this whole after the inauguration you know like what the United States is going through currently right now like the song hits different so there is a meaning to it. I can't remember. If I wish I find the video wasn't deleted. I would have found like the actual more detail to it. But yeah, there is meaning to to that song and that performance for that part. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't put my. I can't remember it right now, or it's not coming to me right now.
After the song of All the Stars, Samuel L. Jackson comes in and is like, "Yeah, that's what America wants."
Nice and calm.
You're doing great.
Just don't mess it. Meaning, like, this is what I'm like with Luther and All the Stars. Calming, soothing music. There's nothing. It's not loud. It's not like hip hop, rap, and everything like that. That's what America wants to hear. Something relaxing, nice, and calming.
Not something that will wage a war.
Exactly. Don't mess. When I say don't mess this, and then we're getting into they not like us.
And Kendrick comes in and is like, "Oh, you still telling me what to do? Okay."
Yes,
oh, no.
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor. You really about to do it? 40 acres and a mule. This is bigger than the music. That part right there.
They tried to rig the game, but you can't.
You can't rig him. You can't. Yeah, they try to rig the game, but you can't rig influence.
That's a pot shot at Drake.
Mm-hmm. Now, the 40 acres and a mule. That's a reference to a promise made to former enslaved African Americans after the Civil War, providing them land and resource for economic self-sufficiency. That's what 40
was revoked.
Yes.
And given back to the actual owners of slaves.
Yes, that promise was broken. So that is the saying of 40 acres and a mule. It hits you hard, doesn't it?
History is showing the hypocrisy of some things that have been dealt to a whole entire race.
Mm-hmm.
And not just African Americans, but also Native Americans.
Yes.
I almost slipped up real bad.
It's okay, kid. It's okay. It's okay. But yes, not just like African Americans, also the Native Americans, also you could say, Latinos, Hispanics too, like all like people of color.
Well, when Kendrick phrases it like this, everybody can relate to it.
Everybody can relate to it.
Almost everybody.
Yes. It hits you hard, doesn't it? There's a story to it. Yes. Yeah, you can try to rig the game, but you can't rig influence.
And then we get to the one song that
everybody's
never gonna come.
We didn't thought he was gonna sing it, but he did it. Because he was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. Who cares if they're gonna sue me? I'm gonna perform it anyway.
There's a part in this same song where all the dancers lie flat on the ground as if they've been shot.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was a attempt to have the entire Super Bowl and the state of America see a picture of like what Kendrick sees, like of people getting shot by police or getting shot by each other, and the only thing you see is just the dead bodies on the floor. Just like showing like, hey, this is the things that they're trying to make us not see.
Right.
Pit us against each other. and saying like, yeah, that person was bad. That person was bad. No, it doesn't matter if they're bad or good. What's happening is there's a drop in population. Clearly, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And also, because in that performance, he says Drake's name. He wasn't supposed to, but he did it, looking straight at the camera. Say Drake.
With a big old smile.
Exactly. That's probably like the best picture and like the best meme right now. Just like, hey Drake.
Oh, in that same video, as he lifts up his hand, saying, "Hey Drake, I hear you like him young." There's one dancer, like right in the front row. It's a girl who's covering her no region as she's lifting up her fist.
You know what? Yeah, I saw that too. Now that I think of now that you mentioned, I was like, wait, why is she the only one doing that? But everyone else is just like, but yeah, I noticed that.
God.
I noticed that. I noticed that too.
And I think that like people are gonna absolutely miss that if they don't rewatch it.
I mean, I've rewatched it many times, and like, I mean, I remembered. I was like, huh, she's the only one. And I wonder why. And then I think what the best like clapback towards Drake was that Kendrick also brought Serena at the halftime show, because Serena Williams.
Yeah, Serena Williams was crip walking.
Yes.
Or crip walk dance.
Yeah, crip.
I'm not sure of the dance.
It's crip walking. That's a dance. Crip walking.
And I looked this up, but Serena, this is not the first time Serena has been crip walking. The last time that she was seen on camera crip walking was at a tennis match that she had won.
Yes, and she got like condemned for that. They were saying how like she got condemned for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's also one of Drake's exes.
That's a third ex.
Yes. So this is like a clapback at Drake. And for her to crip walk at the halftime show, Kendrick was like, "Go ahead and crip walk. Doesn't matter. Who cares what the other people say? You do you." So she does it.
Yes.
Shouldn't be condemned for that.
I was about to say, like, if she's the third ex, maybe Kendrick is alluding to something else that he knows.
Maybe. As far as I know, that like Drake has dated SZA and Serena, and I know Drake has talked bad about like Serena and like Serena's current husband like in some of his songs before.
XXX Tentacion? 3 X's.
Uh-huh.
A man who was found dead.
No, yeah, I know, yeah.
And he said before, like, he said at one point before his death that if he was found dead, it was Drake.
Mm.
I think Kendrick knows about that, and it had alluded to that as well, that he's just keeping score of what's going on with this corrupt man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kendrick knows a lot of things about Drake that some of us may not know, but I think he knows everything. I think
I just found that interesting. Like he had an ex. He has 2 of Drake's exes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, and this is, I see some people, and I made a video about this on TikTok. It would have been an even better clapback at Drake if Kendrick had gotten the guy who played, because Drake was in the show Degrassi. Drake was in Degrassi Next Generation. He played the kid.
I heard about this.
So Drake played this character named Jimmy, and there's this one dude. I keep forgetting how the name of the character he played. But this character had like like there was like so much going on with this character. Like first before like the whole before we get to the other part, like this character, he was dating this one girl in the show, and so like he was a little bit abusive to the girl he was dating in the show, and it almost like an abusive relationship. I want to say in a way, and his character like pushes her, and like she hits her head on a rock, or like it's either like a rock or a brick, which like puts her, I think, like almost like in a coma, and that dude's character has to go to like transfer to like a different school, and then I think later on in like a season or like a couple seasons he comes back, and he's like friends with Jimmy, or Drake's character, and then like some other people like bully him or tease him. They do like this one prank on him, and he thought Drake's character was the one that was like behind that prank, and so we get to the part where Drake's character sees him, and the dude pulls out a pew pew, or brings a pew pew to the school and pulls it out of his backpack, and Jimmy's like, "Is that what I think it is?" And he's like, "You mocked me, blah 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 blah," and everything like that. It's like, "No, I'm your friend. It's not me." And he's getting ready to pew pew at Drake, and Drake runs, and then boom, Drake gets shot, and then he ends up having to be like in a wheelchair, can't like use his legs anymore, and everything. And a lot of people were saying how like they should have gotten the dude who played that character who shot Jimmy in Degrassi to also be up there with like Serena dancing during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, the irony of like Drake acting like a bad character, like a very mean and poor favorite character, to now.
Yes, honest. Oh man, it would have. I think if like people knew or have seen Degrassi and would have gotten that reference, everybody would have been like laughing, going crazy if like that had happened. if he actually like got the dude who played that character. I'm trying to remember his name.
Get that dude, and he's wheeling in an empty wheelchair.
Oh no, Drake was the one in the wheelchair. Drake was the one.
No.
Oh,
he's wheeling an empty wheelchair.
Oh, that would have. My God. Oh my God, that honestly would have been hilarious. That would have been such a nat Drake. Oh my goodness, that would have been hilarious. See, this is. I wish I could go back to this, like, go back in time before like the Super Bowl halftime show and be like, "Hey Kendrick, get this dude who played what's his name in Degrassi Next Generation as like a nod to like Drake getting shot by as like Drake's character getting shot by him." That totally would have been the best thing ever.
Hey, his next music video could have that same actor in the empty wheelchair. He just needs to just do it.
Oh my God. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, the dude's name, not the actor, but the character's name is Ricky.
Ricky versus Jimmy.
Yes. They should have got the dude. I don't remember. I don't know the actor's name, but like the character they played, his name was Rick. His name was like Ricky. Or Rick, what they called him. That would have been so hilarious. Oh.
Back to the halftime. I don't know if it was during Not Like Us or TV Off, but the stands, there was a sign that said that you're going the wrong way.
Oh, that was during towards like after he was saying DNA heading into like Euphoria. That's when like everybody in the stands said like wrong way. It was during that part.
Shit. I missed the talk on that part.
Oh yeah, you can talk about that.
I just thought it was interesting. It's like it's either saying like America's going the wrong way or Kendrick is going the wrong way, or we the viewers are just looking the wrong way.
Probably all three. A
No,
trip.
Kendrick, it might be all three.
All three, yeah. All three.
And then we transition to TV off.
TV off.
I think it's a beautiful way to end a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Basically telling everybody in the entire world to turn off their TV and look what's going on.
And look at what's happening in the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And knowing how most people probably did not like, were probably not going to like the halftime show, because lately whenever like an African American artist performs at the halftime show, a lot of people on the opposite side would complain, oh, like that the halftime show wasn't that great and blah blah blah. It wasn't that good. Blah 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 blah. Just turn the TV off.
After the Super Bowl, Pokimane decided to open up her big stinking mouth. Oh wait, I'm not allowed to talk poorly about Twitch streamers on Twitch, so never mind. I'll hold that comment. If anyone wants to know, they can just ask me after the podcast.
Yeah, I'll probably ask you that afterwards, because I did not know about that, but I will discuss it. I will talk to you about that afterwards. Because I kind of want to know now. But yeah, TV off, and then we got Mustard, which I didn't even realize, because every time any like rap song, they always because of like the whole beat, it would say mustard on that beat. I didn't realize it was this dude named Mustard was always making those beats, and that's why they always say mustard on the beat.
Yep, he's an actual person.
I did not.
Actually, pretty infamous for playing as little notes as possible, but coming up with a fantastic fucking beat.
See, I didn't realize. I'd never noticed that before. I never noticed that, because every time I would hear that, I was like, I mean, I didn't realize it was saying mustard on that beat. I didn't know what it was saying at first. I was like, what is this? What are they saying in the beginning before they actually get into the song? Like, I never realized. And then I realized, oh, mustard on that beat. I thought for some reason I thought it said like, what's it gonna be?
My question is for TV off. He specifically calls to mustard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering what's that about. I want to know the information about that, but I didn't find anything.
I feel like, I don't know if there is a meaning to it, but I feel like not a lot of people knew who Mustard was. So like this was more just like giving him that recognition, having him to actually be at the Super Bowl at the halftime show. You know, people understanding like, oh, this is who, you know, makes all the different beats for like certain rap songs and everything. I feel like that's what I can interpret it for like at least like having like Mustard coming on, giving him like that recognition.
Okay.
That's what I think. I mean, there could be like another reasoning, but that's what I think personally.
I like him. Like I looked him up, and there was this one interview where he was talking about how he saw a meme of like a piano only having 2 keys, and a picture of his face on it is like, yep, we're gonna make some music out of this.
Love that. It's funny also because I saw the movie The Day the Earth Blew Up. Good movie, by the way. It's 2D animated. People need to go see this because I'm going to go into a tangent here. Warner Brothers set this movie up for failure. They did not advertise it at all, so it's not getting the marketing that it deserves. It is a good movie. 2D hand-drawn animation. Beautiful. Funny movie. It, like, the animation team and artists who worked on this movie, like, they deserve the support right now. So you need to see this movie. When I was seeing this movie, because I saw it yesterday and I saw it today too before before getting on. But apparently there's a movie called Sneaks that's coming out. And I guess it's like Mustard also has like some kind of like assistance part in this movie.
What makes you say that?
Cause his name's in. Cause like during the trailer, they're saying like also like produce what by like Mustard, and I was like Mustard, like Mustard on the beat, Mustard that was also with Kendrick Lamar, like that Mustard, that Mustard. Yeah, cause like also in the movie, cause like it's about sneaks. It's about like these sneakers, like these shoes that talk, and I guess in the trailer there's a human that comes on showcasing like these new sneakers, and this character's name is Mustard, and I'm like, is it supposed to be Mustard voicing himself? Like, okay, he has he's getting the recognition he deserves, actually helping produce like a movie and everything like that. That's great.
Sneakers.
About sneakers, yes.
Interesting.
Because I think he's also in the movie. I know he's like being a part of this movie. Like I think like producing it. I don't know. I think he also has like a voice role. It's supposed to come out next month, I believe. From what I remember in the trailer, it's supposed to come out next month. I think, but I only heard about it until yesterday.
I wonder what a movie about talking sneakers is gonna teach me.
I'm not sure.
How to take care of sneakers? Especially high-priced, overpriced ones?
Probably. It looks cute, I will say that, but like, I don't know, like a movie about sneakers, I was like, huh, they'll just literally make a movie about anything now. Yeah, that's all I had to say about like the day the Earth, that movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. It's a Looney Tunes movie. It's a good movie. I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like some people who haven't seen it or haven't heard of it yet. But people need to check that movie out, please. It's so good. And I'll get into a little tangent. Continue on with this because of this movie. Because it's this one studio called Ketchup Entertainment got distributing rights to distribute it in theaters, even though it's still a Warner Brothers film, but and everything like that. But like you see, when the movie's about to start, you see like Ketchup Entertainment come first, and then Warner Brother Animation, because Warner Brothers was originally gonna like axe this movie or like shelve it or like make it like a tax write-off like they did to Coyote versus Acme, which a lot of people were very pissed about when they said they weren't gonna. When Warner said like, no, we're just gonna. Coyote vs. Acme is not gonna be in theaters. This is gonna be a tax write-off, even though the film was finished. But a lot of people have been talking about this movie on like TikTok and YouTube, and like reviewing it, saying it's a good movie. People need to watch it, and support the artists, the animators who worked so hard in this film. And because it came out on the 14th, and not that many people heard of it because Warner Brothers didn't advertise it, so it wasn't getting the marketing, and they were setting it up to fail, so it was gonna flop until, thankfully, the power of the internet, people are starting to now realize it, and they're seeing it, and it's actually doing pretty good in the box office. And recently today, from what I've heard, that Warner Brothers is now in talks with the same studio, Ketchup Entertainment, on wanting to talk about them giving them Coyote versus Acme so that they can that way that studio can release it into theaters. So
a happy ending,
and 2D animation might actually start to be coming back again.
Oh, I only dream of the day.
No, they're actually thinking of it, because like if more people see or support like films that are 2D animated, they're more likely just gonna bring 2D animation back, because even Disney's even thinking about going back to their roots of going back to 2D animation. They're in talks of it.
I feel like that Warner Brothers could have made so much money back when they were doing uh, like I believe mature uh, DC comic animation movies,
Mm-hmm.
uh, like Justice League Dark, the Batman, uh, Under the Red Hood redraw movie, because
Mm-hmm.
they already had one, but then they came out with another version where there was like alternate endings of like what happened to Red Hood after he spoiler spoiler spoiler. Oops. But yeah,
Yeah, I think honestly, Warner Bros. Is like going downhill with like their newest like CEO because he just like, we're gonna scrap this film or we're gonna scrap this and we're gonna bring this instead. This is what we're gonna have. Like, they get rid of like the one Scooby Doo movie, where like they're showing like the characters as like kids, and it's supposed to be like I think it was supposed to be like a Christmas special or something like that, or a Christmas movie, and they were almost completing the movie, and then they're like, no, stop it, we're canceling it, no, no more, and then that Batgirl movie gets canceled, and then Wiley versus Coyote versus Acme gets finished, completed, ready to be distributed into theaters. No, cancel the movie. We're not doing the movie. We're gonna we're gonna make it a tax write off because we want money. Blah 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 blah. And then, oh, we'll put out Velma. This seems like a good show. Everybody wants to watch. Terrible show.
oh,
Terrible, awful show. Like, animation wise, fine. Animation and everything like that, beautifully done because, the animators worked hard. The show premise for it and, like, the storyline for it, complete garbage.
let's take everything that people love about Scooby Doo and put everything that people hate in it.
There you go. That's Velma.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. Like, and then the biggest insult, the biggest insult. Warner Brothers decided to take every single episode of Looney Tunes, the old cartoon, off of the streaming service Max. Like, it's like the Looney Tunes collection. Every episode of Looney Tunes on Max is no longer there. It's Looney Tunes is no longer on Max anymore. It's not on their streaming service. Like, you get rid of your staple, what made you your company. You get rid of that on your streaming service. That's like Disney getting rid of Mickey Mouse. That's an insult. Like, why would you do that?
That's like Cartoon Network coming out with real TV shows.
Oh my god,
no, seeing real all over again.
We don't talk about CN Real. We do not talk about CN Real. Oh my god, that was probably like the darkest and worst times that like Cartoon Network actually did that.
I was just sitting here like, what the hell am I looking at?
Dude, what would happen if we made a human actually fly in the sky by tying a bunch of balloons on a chair? What would happen?
What was that show called?
It's literally called Dude, What Would Happen?
Dude, what would happen?
It's literally called Dude, What Would Happen? It's the dumbest show ever. No, actually, the dumbest show was Destroy, Build, Destroy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
That was the stupidest one. That was the stupidest show ever. Destroy, build, destroy. Destroy something, make it into something different and cooler, and then destroy it again.
Like, today we're bringing in like 5 teenagers to destroy, build, destroy. And I was sitting there like, yeah, why do I care?
Yeah, like, who's it supposed to please to? Like, pyrotechnics or something like that? Like, they want to see things blow up? Yeah.
There was a good show from CN Real that I'm mad that they didn't do too much with it. And what it was about is like essentially like a Walt Disney situation. Where, like, there's...
You're talking about Adajimi's Head.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I did like that show. It could have. It's sad that like there's only like a few episodes. There's only like it only stuck with like one season, but they could have done more to it.
I like the premise of it so much. But
It's a good
they
premise.
didn't do anything with it.
It's a good premise. Cause it's based off the movie, the first live action like Cartoon Network movie, Reanimated. And surprisingly,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, you didn't see the movie Reanimated?
I probably did, but I was probably so young that I'm not even remembering it.
That show is based off that movie, Reanimated, where there's a kid named Jimmy who's like a normal or supposedly normal kid, but like he has a dad who's like I think the teacher or like a principal in like the school that he goes to, and he has like a sister who's like an alien and everything, and it's weird. And they go to this theme park that's supposed to be like based off like Disneyland and everything. It's called Golly World, and so they go on this trip and everything like that. And Jimmy, him and his friend like sneak out and they go on this one ride that's supposed to be like based off like it's like called Tux's like iceberg ride or something like that. Or they get off on the ride, and Jimmy finds this guy who is supposed to be like the son of the man who created Golly World and like the Golly characters and cartoons and everything like that. And because he's the son is like looking for his dad's brain that has all where like the characters are inside his brain, and like he came up with like the ideas of the characters and everything like that, or like he can see the cartoon characters. As a nod to like how some people think that like Walt Disney's head is inside the Matterhorn being frozen solid. And so Jimmy finds the guy, and the guy like sees him, and then like the kid freaks out and runs away, and like the guy is like trying to chase him, whatever like that, and then Jimmy's like running away from him, and then he gets hit by the train, and he needs surgery where like his brain's like injured, and so they give him the creator's brain, and that's when he starts seeing all of, like the cartoon characters, but only he can see them, but nobody else can. It's a very dumb movie, but it's super funny, and I like it.
I like the sound of it.
It
It sounds crazy enough for it to be like, yeah, I'll watch it.
And surprisingly, there are a few DVD copies, but they're very hard to find DVD copies of this movie. But I was lucky enough. To actually find the full movie on DVD on eBay.
Oh. Once when I visit, you gotta bring that DVD.
I have it. If I would totally be down to do like a movie night where we just like watch like terrible, crappy movies. Like I still want to show. I still want to show Cool Cat Saves the Kids. Okay,
Oh, God.
That is my favorite terrible movie ever, and I would die on a hill, like saying this movie's so bad, I love it. I will play Reanimated too. We'll just have like a movie night and be like, hey, we're watching Reanimated. Join us.
I'll bring in Spy Kids 3D.
Not Spy Kids 3D. Oh my god, not Spy Kids 3D.
Such a weird movie, but I loved it.
It was a weird movie. I think my favorite Spy Kids movie was definitely the first one.
Oh, is that the one with the Thumblings?
Yes. The very first Spy Kids. The very first Spy Kids.
You're supposed to be in line with the others.
The second one was good too.
Stop it right now.
That's what I just need. We need just plan like we won't stream. We'll just do like a terrible movie night, And
Shark Boy Lava Girl.
I love Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Me too.
We're gonna do terrible movie night, showing terrible movies. Like The Room, Birdemic. Cool.
Oh god.
Cool Cat Saves the Kids. Any terrible movie everybody can think of, we'll find it, we'll watch it. Or even just
I'm naming like decent movies and you're just going full on.
yeah, terrible movie night.
I gotta up the ante.
Or like even like, or like a throwback of like watching like TV shows that like not many people have heard of or remember, like the old Ronald McDonald cartoons.
Super Duper Sumos.
What the heck is Super Duper Sumos?
You ever heard of Super Duper Sumos?
No.
It's like these 3 sumos living together, and they're sumos, so they sumo wrestle, and they also save the day somehow. But I forget how they do it. It was very old.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
But Ugly Martians?
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
All right. So we got a little something.
Yeah, I remember but Ugly Martians, and that was an awful show.
The Life and Times of Juniper Lee.
Oh, I love that show.
I think I said the name wrong, but Juniper Lee.
Yeah, Juniper Lee. Yeah, I remember that show. That one I remember.
That one should have beat American Dragon Jake Long, in my honest opinion.
You didn't like American Dragon Jake Long?
It's not that I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that I thought that Juniper was better.
Mm.
But yeah, I feel like that Jake did not fit the cool factor, and he was not a chick, so.
He's not a chick.
Juniper Lee, she was cool and a chick.
Yeah, I mean, I love both of the shows. To me, in my opinion, both of the shows were really good. They were equally good, in their own way.
Yeah, Juniper was better.
Okay, I'm not saying that like it wasn't. Like I thought it was really good. I thought it was a good show.
I'm trying to convince you to agree with me.
Sorry, Kat.
Let's see what other shows that people might not even know. Well, Super Robot Monkey Team.
Hyperforce Go, yes. Another good show that not that many people remember of because of the long ass title. But that is a good show. It also had the dude who played Beast Boy as the main character.
I thought his voice was familiar.
Yeah. Chiro, that's Beast Boy.
Chiro! Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go.
And then the green monkey, Otto, that's Mr. Krabs.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah. It's the voice of Mr. Krabs. It's crazy.
Have you ever seen Whatever Happened to Robot Jones?
Yes!
Every time I bring it up, everyone's like, "What?
I mentioned it to somebody and they're like, what the hell is that? I'm like, you don't remember whatever happened to Robot Jones? And they're like, no, what happened to Robot Jones? I'm like, no, that's the show. That's the show. I'm like, that's the title of the show. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? And they're like, no. I'm like, wow.
That 80s. Oh my god.
Another good show. Cause I remember because like that show, I remember like at first like when they were like doing, I think it was like the first couple episodes, they the voicing of Robot Jones, they actually had like they actually use like a kind of like robotic generic voice, like a robot voice for Robot Jones, and then they switch it to like an actual kid's voice to voice Robot Jones instead of like having it like robotic.
But I loved it when it was like Robot Jones.
Another good show. Another good show.
I remember that episode with the Rubik's Cube where the bullies had switched the stickers around. He was trying to solve it, and he just couldn't do it. That he blew up.
Another good show. Oh, there's so many. I'm thinking of like
Ones that we haven't talked about before.
yeah, I'm like trying to think of like at least like ones that like we haven't discussed. I know I've been mentioned about like the Lionhearts, and still many people don't know what I'm talking about whenever I mention that show.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
You gave us a whole essay about it.
I did. I actually have a review up on my main YouTube channel about that show. Y'all need to check it out.
By the way, chat, you can check it out as soon as you get done watching this one.
Check it out. The show's amazing, and sadly, we will never see it on a streaming service or on Blu-ray or DVD. You can only find an actual full episodes on YouTube. That is it.
Thank God for YouTube.
Yes. Thank God for it. What about... Oh, do you remember All Dogs Go to Heaven, the series?
No.
Dang it.
I haven't even seen the movie.
Oh! Okay. Watch the first movie. It is done by Don Bluth, who is...
I don't know who that is.
Okay, you have probably had to heard The Land Before Time.
Yes.
Okay. Don Bluth made the first Land Before Time. He didn't make the other 2,000 of them. That was somebody else. The original one, the first one, Don Bluth made, and it wasn't a musical. Or there was no songs in it.
Before Time musical?
Well, I mean, like songs. There weren't songs in it, like where they would always sing. The first one, it was the first Land Before Time movie. Don Bluth created it, and it was one of his shortest movies that he did because there were a lot of things that had to be cut because they were deemed too dark and too scary. But it's one of his best films.
All right, I'll look into it. All
Yes.
Dogs Go to Heaven?
Yes, All Dogs Go to Heaven. So good. So good. It is a little dark because Don Bluth likes to make like dark movies. And he said that like, he mentioned how like he wanted to make, because like he used to work at Disney. He used to be an animator at Disney. He had partakes in The Rescuers, The Fox and the Hound, and I forgot what other Disney movie, but he had a partake in those and like animating in those films. And he didn't like how Disney was changing like their animation, like from like it's golden, like how the golden age of like how like the classic Disney movies were like looking like more of like golden like age, like kind of like dark setting in a way, like hand drawn, or like cell animation and everything like that. And he wanted to bring that back, and so him and I think Gary Goldman and a few other animators left, and he made his own like little animation company, and they worked and made their first movie, The Secret of Nim. I don't know if you heard that movie.
You have talked about it before.
Okay, that was one of Don Bluth's first movies, and it was competing. It was like a way to like compete with Disney, and it did pretty good. Although it was also, when that movie was released, it was competing against like another film too. When that other film did better, but The Secret of Nim did better than I think like the one Disney film that was also like released the same time. and it's beautifully animated. It's dark. It has a dark theming to it. It's super good. It's based off the book, Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim. I don't know if you heard that book before.
No, I have not.
Okay. It's a good book, and it's a good film. Definitely recommend checking that out. Like, Don Bluth is amazing.
Can we take 5 for a second so I can grab water?
Go ahead.
Perfect. I'll be right back.
Okie dokies. But yes, chat. I know we were talking about the Super Bowl, and I figured that we would only talk about the Super Bowl for, like, not that long. I was right that, like, it would only last for, like, an hour. But, I mean, if we have, like, more people wanting to hop on in and be, like, little guest stars, if anybody saw, like, the Super Bowl halftime show, and you guys want to chat and talk about it, and, like, give us your opinion on what you think about it, totally cool. We'll continue talking about, like, Ken and I will continue talking about, like, movies that, like, we haven't, or most of us know, but, like, some people don't know about. Because I want to say there are a lot. There are a lot. I know I have a few. And then I think I may have to, like, reinstall, like, freaking OBS, because I don't understand why it's, like, keep, like, crashing out like that. I'll have to fix that. Whew. Anyways, let's see what Digimon I am today, because I didn't check that out.
Today.
Oh, look at that!
Oh my God, what is
I'm
that?
me.
Oh my God! What is that?
I am Vmon. I am my other version of myself. Another Vmon. Or Vinny. So far, I've gotten, for, like, at least, like, Vinny's Vmon characters, I've gotten Vmon, I've gotten Raydramon, I've gotten X-Vmon. I haven't gotten Flamedramon yet. I gotten Pyildramon, which was like another evolved form. And I haven't gotten Magnamon. Or Imperial Dramon. I haven't gotten those ones yet. So, that's amazing. Would not expect to get, like, other...
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God! What is that?
Yeah, and Demon39 is an Nefertimon.
Ooh, Ryan, you got Nefertimon. That's another rare. I've only seen, like, maybe 1 or 2 people getting Nefertimon. And then somebody else, I forgot who. Yeah, rare again, yeah. Somebody else got a super rare couple streams ago. Like, they got a super rare. Nobody's gotten, like, the ultra rare ones, which there's only, like, a few ultra rare. But I'm impressed. I forgot which. I know, like, most of, like, the evolution forms and, like, the armor evolution or, like, the spirit evolution Digimon are either, like, rare, super rare, or ultra rare. And then, like, the commons are all, like, the rookie level or child level Digimon. There's only maybe, like, 2 of, like, child level Digimon that are maybe, like, rares. I think there's only, like, 2. I don't know how long we're going to be doing the podcast, but we will be playing...
I'm back!
Oh, welcome back.
Howdy. It took long because I dropped the glass that was holding my water.
Uh-oh.
So I made a new glass.
Oh. Yay.
I put something over it so no one steps on it.
Okay, good.
The only one I have to worry about. Well, the only person that lives here, my roommate.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they really don't step on it.
Oof. That'd be terrible.
I'll clean it up after the podcast.
Well, even with the podcast, probably, like, we already talked about, like, the halftime show. I am going to play, like, some community games right after the podcast, so.
Okay.
So we'll, like, it's going to be, like, kind of, like, those who are still, like, watching the podcast right now, like, even though we say the podcast is going to be ending, I'm going to show, like, the ending scene for maybe, like, a good, like, 30 seconds, and then we'll switch to community games, so that way, like, I have, like, that way I know where to, like, cut off for, like, when I'm making the podcast episode on the for the channel. But yeah. As of right now, no. We haven't had any requests in a while.
No, I can change that.
You gonna add one?
Not tonight, but I will add several weeks to come.
Ooh, perfect. Because we do need some more. Hey, Anthony. I saw you got second. Nice job. Welcome to the podcast. We just finished talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. And we're also talking about, like, TV shows and movies that, like, some of people may have, like, we have maybe seen, but not other people either seen or have heard of.
Or are completely ridiculous.
Or completely just, like, ridiculous and just, like, are either terrible or bad. We were talking about this, the one show, we were talking about the show, Out of Jimmy's Head, which is based off the movie, Reanimated. I'm honestly surprised that you knew about that show, Ken. I didn't think anybody would.
You'd be surprised at how much I know.
Yeah,
At least when it comes to, like, cartoons.
Right. I don't know how many straight streams it's been now, but I made it. You've been on my streams lately, like almost like every day, at least every time that I've been streaming lately, Anthony. So it's good. It's still good to have you here. I'm glad. When are you gonna try out Papa's quiz? I don't know. Like, there are games that I will play, and I know there's a lot of games that, like, people want me to try out, and I will say this, there are some times where, like, there are games where, like, I don't want to try out a game if, like, someone says, like, oh, you should try it out, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe. If I buy it.
I want to play Monster Hunter with you one day.
Monster Hunter? I never heard of Monster Hunter.
You never heard of Monster Hunter?
No.
Oh my god. Well, that's okay. That's okay. We can slowly introduce you to it.
If I buy it for you, would you try it? Oh my goodness. Please don't buy me games. As much as I appreciate you guys doing that for me, please don't buy it. Please don't buy it for me, because if I try and I don't like it, I feel like I'm wasting your guys' money for actually, like, of doing that. And I would feel guilty if, like, you guys buy me, like, a game, I try it out, and if I don't like it...
The only one that can do that is me.
Oh my
I how do I say this? I can buy something and completely not care if someone likes it or not, and they can do whatever they want with it.
Yeah. I would feel very guilty on doing that. It's only like $4. I don't mind. I appreciate that, Anthony. It's a me issue of, like, I would feel very guilty if like you guys did that, I try it out, and I ended up not liking it, and I'm just like, I feel like I wasted your guys' money of you, like, buying a game for me to try it out or to play, and I end up not liking it. I would feel very guilty. I would feel very, very guilty and and just like, I can't believe I did that. And like, this person did something so great, so generous and something so nice and sweet. And like every time Ken does something for me, I'm just like, why Ken? And I'm just like, you don't have to do this, and yet he does it. I'm just like, ugh. I love you for it, Ken, but
nah, trust me, I can let it fly in the wind. No, the stack of hundreds.
A stack of hundreds. It's like, this is $100. It's a stack of $100 bills. I don't care.
Who needs this? It's just paper.
It's just paper. It's more like a quirky, funny trivia game. I mean, I would feel like, is it like similar to like Trivia Murder Party 2 or like a Jackbox game? Because with dancing, oh,
we don't actually have to dance, do we? I mean, I can dance, but I don't know if Crispy can dance.
I can dance.
Oh yeah, you know bachata?
No.
Do you want to learn bachata?
I mean, maybe, but I mean,
I'll teach you bachata.
If it involves dancing, I'm not gonna have. Well, I have the space for it, but like, I would have to like go out like further away from like my desktop because I'm under a loft bed with my desk and everything. So I would need like.
Oh no, I mean in person.
Oh, in person.
Yeah, I can teach you bachata at a place.
I was talking about like the game, like if it involves like dancing. I was talking about that.
Let's see if that was that and a prize of dance. That's it.
It's like quiz.com. Prize of dancing. That's it. Oh, wait.
Prize of dancing? Like an emote?
Yeah, like an emote. I'm not sure if it's like a. Wait. Maybe.
How do you feel about rhythm games?
So with rhythm games, like, I'll play them. They're not like my favorite genre, but like I'll play them.
I think that this is gonna sound like a crazy tangent, but I think that the Sonic games, they should create a character that is based off rhythm, and they get their power from like keeping the beat, the player keeping the beat.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be an interesting mechanic, but every Sonic fan that I talk to, they're like, no, hell no, you can fuck off, kid.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
What? It's a great idea.
Like, I don't know. There are like some rhythm games that I liked. It was either like Rock Band or Guitar Hero that I liked because my sister had it and we would play it some of the time, and like I always like playing on the drums. But like, I don't know. There's like some rhythm games that like I don't know. Lately, for some reason, like rhythm games to me just don't like. They just don't like. I'm trying to pick the right word. Like, I don't get as much joy as like playing rhythm games as much anymore, I should say.
Are you always acing them?
No, I'm not like always acing them. Like I do like pretty like okay, but like I don't know. They just don't. I guess some of them just don't spark my interest as much anymore.
Is it because they don't have the songs that you like?
Maybe. That might be it. It's kind of why I don't like the Just Dance games anymore.
So what I'm hearing is that Mario needs to come out with a rhythm game.
If Mario comes out with a rhythm game, I'm probably not even gonna play that.
What? Okay, Digimon rhythm game.
I mean, if it's the Digimon theme songs, like the Japanese versions of the theme songs, yeah, I would totally like I would totally do that.
I can't imagine like somewhere on Earth there's a rhythm game that has the Power Rangers Mighty Morphin theme song.
Are you kidding me?
That's a song that you could play.
I would totally be down to play the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers theme song in a rhythm game. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, on the rhythm game, like you either plays the drum or the guitar. Oh my god!
Yes, I would totally like a rhythm game that actually had that. Like, I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there are just, like, some games that, like, I'm interested in and that would actually, like, pique my interest. Like, certain community games, like, for instance, Jackbox. I like playing the Jackbox games, because it's, like, I can actually, like, it's a different, a new, like, when I first was introduced to Jackbox, like, because I saw a YouTuber play with, like, his group of friends. Like, it piqued my interest because it was something new and something different. Like, I didn't, like, at least, like, one person just needed the game, the party pack. You would go onto the website to, like, actually be able to play the game. That sparked my interest. It's something different. I'm like, okay, I can get used to that. Or I can do something. I think that's interesting for me.
It sounds like you were one of those players back in high school that loves the fact that Mario Kart DS you could play as Shy Guys to join your friend in racing.
Is it bad that I was one of those people?
No, it's not, because I was one of those type of people too.
Okay, because I was one of those people.
You're in the wrong, and I'm in the wrong, and I'm never in the wrong.
Yeah, I was one of those people.
I really hope that they make that more of a thing nowadays. We have the technology to do so.
Oh, of course.
Like, I can't imagine the new Monster Hunter Wilds having that feature where, like, your armor is going to be predetermined. But, hey, you get to play Wilds with your friend.
Have you heard of the new game called Split Fiction?
No, I haven't. What is it?
So, because I follow two TikTokers who do, like, a lot of cosplay and everything. They're funny and hilarious, and I love their cosplays. They're amazing. It's basically from what I've seen a lot of other people play it too, but, like, I guess, like, the story of it, because it's a 2-player game. Like, you need to play it with, like, it requires, like, 2 people and everything.
Are you inviting me?
Well, I'm just telling you the game and everything. I would get the game, but, like, I think it's available on PC, but I wouldn't know how to, like, I would think I would have a hard time, like, controlling everything on, like, a keyboard or a mouse or whatever, like, how to do it with, like, a controls.
Steam has control,
no, yeah.
Controls.
I know, but they're expensive.
What do you mean they're expensive? The controller?
Yes.
I can get you a controller.
No, Ken. No, Ken. Please don't. Please don't.
Hey, you just tell me what color you want.
I don't need a color. I don't need a color. Anyways, in this game, there's, like, this person, they go to, like, this, company where they would share, like, their stories and ideas, and if it's, like, either, like, fantasy or sci-fi. And, they go into, like, this, like, machine device where they, you would go inside, the characters were, like, wearing, like, these, like, kind of, like, Tron, kind of, like, mech suits or whatever like that. And they put them in, like, this kind of, like, orb spear thing where, like, you would go inside, like, your story or creative idea. And one of the characters was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And then she accidentally gets knocked into, like, another person's spear spear orb thing and goes into side, like, her story. But then there ends up being a glitch because, like, the one character's she makes, like, sci-fi stories, and the other character does, like, fantasy stories. And so they're in, like, each other's, like, stories, or, like, they're going back and forth and everything like that. And then trying to, like, understand like why like this company's like trying to do this. Are they like if they're stealing like their ideas or like they're trying to steal like their stories or something like that and everything. It's a pretty cool game from what I've seen.
Let's play it.
I don't know how much it is on the Steam though.
Is it on Nintendo?
No, it's not on Nintendo. It's a I think it's an Xbox game or a PlayStation 5 game. I'm not sure. I think it's on Steam. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's called Split Fiction.
But we got to do a collab on it. And you can't say no.
Ugh. Of course I can't say
To
no.
the controller.
Great.
I'll get you a nice controller. It's not expensive, unless the one you want is expensive.
I mean, I don't think there's a particular one that I want, but like the ones I've seen, I think are expensive.
Which ones are you seeing and where are they at? Because like I literally got a controller for $20 and I had it for almost 5 years now. It's still working just great.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I can even buy you the exact controller I use.
for like the Steam controllers that I've seen, like either like on Amazon or Best Buy, they're like $60.
Don't need that.
Yeah, those
Does
are
it specifically say Steam controllers? Because you can get away with a USB controller.
I can?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. If you have one for like a PlayStation or Xbox that uses that USB port, like back in the day, you can use that for your computer.
I feel like I need like another USB like extender thingy for like more USB ports.
Oh, you running out of your computer?
Well, actually, am I running out?
I had to buy one for my computer because I got like 13 of them.
I think I have like three more slots.
But you probably will want that controller cord to be long though. Like even now, the one that I have for like 5 years now, there's a couple of times where like so it's connected to the USB extender, and there's a couple of times where I just like pulled that right off the little table that I have.
Oh no, yeah,
for my computer.
yeah, I would probably need like a long one or something.
But also, $60 is not expensive.
I mean, okay, well, obviously, to you it's not expensive. To me, it's expensive. I'm sorry, Ken. To me, it's expensive. Like I spent $1,000 on a fursuit. That was expensive for me.
Okay, that's expensive. That's like $100 right there. But $60 is like $6.
See, if I was in...
Not that I'm bragging, I'm just saying.
Well, see, if I had, like, your lifestyle and, like, I wouldn't have to worry about, like, stuff like that. Me, on the other hand, with my poor ass...
it comes at a cost, and that's, for me, that's availability.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for, like, my,
Don't remind me, I know.
No, not that. I'm waiting for my taxes, because I gave them all my paperwork and everything, but they still haven't called me, like, to let me know, like, how or what I'm getting back and everything.
Oh, yeah, I let a dude file my taxes from an actual company that does taxes.
Yeah.
I want to tell you what it is, but...
No, not on here.
Yeah, but, yeah, I had to file for, like, another state, because I was working in states at one point,
Oh.
And turns out that I didn't need to pay taxes to a whole nother state, so every bit of money I spent or like got taxed is coming right back. However, it seems like it's gonna take 2 or 3 months for it to come back. But like I saw the number, I was like, whew, whew,
Mm.
whew, yippee!
That must be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all my I got all the files that like I needed and everything, and then they asked me to make sure how many mileage I done for like Instacart and everything. So I had to like look back and add up like how much mileage I did during last year and everything, so they can add that up. Thankfully, I didn't have to do anything for like Twitch, or I did get like a form for tax form for Twitch and everything like that. But I asked them if they needed like anything like, oh, do you need like how many hours I spent on Twitch like streaming and everything? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay.
One thing my mom does, but she doesn't Instacart. She doesn't do any of the delivery driver stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She just likes to do it. But one thing she does is that she has like her phone and notepad, and she just writes down the number of mileage she does whenever she drives. When she starts her car to when she turns off her car, she writes down what the number is. Unless it's the same number, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, see, I don't have time for that.
It's just typing it in, and then you can do the math later.
I mean, I just gather like all the mileage I've done. Like, thankfully for like Instacart, like it goes by like a week basis. So like I like add up from like the weeks and everything, and like add them up, and then like I'll usually like get the amount on from like the starting of January to like December and everything. Which, I mean, I don't mind adding everything up because I like math, and so like it's a math thing I can do.
You like math, but you don't want to do the math of just turning on your car, writing down the number, and turning off your car, writing down the number.
No, because I would forget.
Fair enough.
That's my issue. I would forget.
Fair enough, and I do look at my mom like, are you crazy to doing that?
Like, if my car was like super high tech and smart enough to say like, oh, you did so and so miles today, and then I would add that up for like that day or something like that.
An Apple Watch when you're running.
I mean, yeah, if it did something like that, that'd be amazing. But my car doesn't do that because it's old and crappy.
When you say old, how old? Well, actually, I don't think you can answer that because then people might find what your car is.
Let me just.
So never mind.
I'll just say this: it's a 2006 car.
Okay, your car is indeed older than mine.
Yeah.
Because mine's 2014, and it shows.
Oh, mine's 2006, and it definitely shows.
Mine doesn't have, like, my brother bought a new car about a year ago. It's the car for, what's it called? It's from an anime, Tokyo Drift or something? Not Tokyo Drift, what is it called? Eurobeat, it's an anime car from Tokyo or whatever. And it has, like, a back camera. When you're backing, it turns on like this camera that helps you.
Oh, it has like a rear view camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
My car doesn't have that, and the number of times I collided to something that was behind me.
Oh.
Thankfully, it wasn't another car, but it was like a wall.
Right.
It was the back of my garage.
Oh shoot.
And like I look at the back of my car, and it's just like, kill me.
See, I would love a car that had like a rear view camera in it.
Me too.
I would kill for one of those. But my poor ass, I can't afford a car right now. I ain't got no job.
I can, but I don't want to buy a new car.
Right.
Because, like, it comes to the question, well, what am I going to do with the old car? Do I send it to a junkyard? Do I just keep it? And, like, for dates or whatnot, just go in the old car and then surprise people later when they actually come to my house. And it's like, oh, is that why don't you use this car? I was like, I was just
Is your car
testing, yeah.
Is your car like a collectible or?
No.
Okay.
Well, it could, like in a few years, it could be, but it's so beat up that
Oh, okay.
if it was a collectible, then I'm the junk master.
I mean, because I would say like maybe like I mean, if you like you wanted to, you could like have someone like fix it up and then like sell it or something.
The problem is like the repairs isn't enough to just buy a brand new car, and I was like, I'm lazy to do both, so I'll just keep it as is. It's my car just goes.
Or you can like sell it to someone who like are always like invest in like buying old cars and like refurbishing them and like making them like look like brand new again. Because there are people who are like that.
I gotta meet someone like that.
Usually like mechanics or like auto mechanics are like they're like the type of people that actually like that actually like to do that.
Is that a 1980 GNX?
How much?
$3 million. And I can't wait for them to say that I'm out my gourd.
See, the car that I want, like, I know it's dumb because or at least my family thinks it's dumb that I wouldn't want a car like that, but I want either a Toyota Sequoia or a GMC Yukon XL.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't say a Kia Soul.
Oh, no. No. No.
A box that literally can fall over if you turn too sharply.
No, I don't want no Kia Soul. I'm sorry. That's not a car I would not want. I would not get. That's the type of car I would not get.
Like the commercials were funny, but the
Right.
actual car itself is just like
Right.
bull.
Yeah, I like because with my like as a kid, like my mom always had like the bigger SUVs. So like we first had a Chevy Suburban, which was a nice car and everything. And then my mom sold that. She got a Toyota Sequoia. We've had that for like the longest time. And it was probably like one of my favorite cars because every time we would go to Vegas or like go on road trips to like NorCal or like to Vegas or up in the mountain areas, I would have the whole third row to myself and just like relax and do whatever the hell I want.
The third cow is just not third cow. The third seat or
The third row?
chairs. The third row is always such a bliss.
It is a blessing. It was a blessing.
You kick your feet up and play on like a DS3,
Yeah.
3DS, excuse me.
Yes, 3DS or have a portable DVD player, watch movies, and everything like that, or sleep perfect.
And then there was one time where like I didn't have my seatbelt on and I was like sprawling across the third row.
Oh, same. I would never have my seatbelt on. I would just be like laying down all in the third row.
I was just sleeping in the back of the car and then something caused my family member to hit the brakes and then I was just sprawled onto the floor.
Yes. That's what I would do. That's what I would do too. And like some of the times, like we would put like the duffel bags or suitcase like on like the leg area of the third row, so that way like I would put like maybe like a couple blankets over on top, so it would be like a mattress. That's what I would do.
Yours weren't sharp or anything like that?
No.
Oh, lucky. Mine was like a couple of briefcases that like if you were to fall into them, oh, they hurt.
Oh no, yeah, we had like all because there was like 5 of us in the family, so like maybe two of us would probably have like, or at least one of the parents would have like a big huge suitcase for like their clothes and like everything else, but like a lot of us would carry like duffel bags or like backpacks, and then we would just put it in the third row, and then I would just put it on like the seating, the feet, the leg area, and then blanket over everything in the mattress.
Be glad that you don't.
Hey, Rosen, What's up? I see you got third. Nice job.
Yeah, I remember one time where like I was packed inside the car with all the stuff above me.
Oh yeah, we never had that. Or my parents never did anything like that. My mom could have, but she never did. She could have if she wanted to. All right. Well, we've already done 2 hours of like the podcast, which I figured it wasn't going to be that long of a podcast.
Yeah, it's a pretty good podcast with you, me, and you, and me, and you, and me.
And me and you. You and I.
It's just you and me and me and you and your friend Steve.
Exactly. All right. I think we'll probably end the podcast here, but don't worry, don't leave yet, viewers. We're gonna be continuing playing some games tonight, for sure. So
we're getting to the after party.
So yes, so please stay around. You're gonna see the ending scene, but that's only gonna be up there for me with like 30 seconds, so that way I know where to cut it off once I save the VOD, so I make sure I upload this to YouTube later. But yes.
And YouTube, if you ever want to come to like a N.O.T.A.Podcast after party, be sure to join us join Crispy's Discord to know the next date for the podcast.
Yes, episode 6 we will do next month. We just got to plan out when we're gonna do it and what we're gonna talk about. So if you guys have any suggestions of what we can talk about for the next podcast, that'll be in our Discord under the N.O.T.A.Podcast category for request, and we will do those requests and talk about them.
Ask your burning and tantalizing questions there.
Yes, that is at least appropriate for Twitch.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes, because there are some things that Twitch will not allow us to talk about, so that we have to be careful of.
And hey, usually these N.O.T.A.Podcasts is not just me and Crispy. Be sure to be on the lookout for other of our amazing friends and streamers alike.
Yes, some of them are on like a little bit of a break and or hiatus or are busy right now. So, but hey, you still got us. Anyways, like I said, the viewers who are still watching on Twitch right now, please stay on. And we will see you guys in the next podcast. Like I said, wait 30 seconds, and then we'll be right back on playing community games.
Roll the credits!